Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Kate from Pixie Designs and I'm here with the design team project. So happy Ruby Tuesday. I am doing a show and tell of 3 journals that I am doing for my Ruby and Pearl design team project. This will be the first video of 2 and I'll just walk you through what I've done and sort of my thinking behind it. Now I have quite a few unfinished projects, as you can imagine, and as I know a lot of people do, and some of them were these old antique books that I covered with this vintage upholstery fabric. So these were old sofa covers or couch covers, and I have had these sitting in my drawer for quite some time. I covered them and then I threw a few little pages in and then I just left them. And so what I decided I was going to do is, because the spines were relatively small, is I thought I would turn them into journals that are designed specifically for writing in, rather than heavily decorated journals. So that is what I've done. So I have 3 and this one is the one that is the most complete. It is pretty much finished, but I am thinking that I might like to do a bit more in it. So it's just closed with this really old lace and seam binding ribbon, and my idea was that you would be able to slide this in and out from under here. It's not glued, but I've actually attached that so tightly and firmly with the brads that it doesn't actually slip. Now I am thinking I am now a little bit concerned that this lace is not going to be strong enough to tie, and it might tear, so I may have to rejig this somehow, but we will see. Anyway, it's got this beautiful fabric, this label which I've resined. That is not a Ruby and Pearl image. Now the other thing is, it is dark outside. My time management has been very poor and I've run out of light, but I'm going to do this video anyway and get it up because that's my deadline. It is already Tuesday here and this will go up at 3 o'clock on my Wednesday, so in the morning. So this one here is using primarily the digital called Raspberry Rose. I will put a link in the description below. I've also used Petit paper strips and then some of the junk journal basics and other things to back the pages. Now, like I said, this is quite undecorated and the challenge has been what not to put in rather than what to put in. And so although I may do a little bit more, I don't want this to be super bulky. I want it to be easy to use and fit for purpose. So I am thinking that maybe I will do a little bit more to this front page and make that a little bit more decorated. And I've strengthened pages with bloom washi tape, and I've done a little bit of stenciling, which is not something I normally do, with some distress ink. So I'll just flick through the pages. This is from the kit. That's not from Raspberry Rose, that's from a different kit. This is an antique piece of rag paper with beautiful calligraphy on it, some vintage wallpaper, some vintage stamp collecting album paper, and I've done a little stamp, and this is one of the Petit paper strips. A flower that I fussy cut with a little bit of note paper. Now this page here, and I've used a lot of these, is one of my pages from my girls' own paper. So these are from the late 1800s, they're very old. There is a little tuck here, but again, I'm not tucking anything in because I want these to be very flat and for someone to be able to write in them. And so that's why they're also a hidden hollow back spine, which aids in that just flatness here. But there are some beautiful pages that are just there for looking at, or they could be covered and written on, or, you know, there's still some room for imagination. That one's got a little tear in it, so I'm going to have to repair that. This beautiful image here is from the Raspberry Rose kit. I have some lovely soft dusky pink lace that I have dotted around, and I love that. This is a flip out, so this is actually one of the full pages from the Raspberry Rose kit, and I really wanted to use it, and so I've just made it a beautiful decorative flip out here, and then of course there's space to journal here. So yeah, there's a mix of lovely plain pages and beautiful decorative pages, but it isn't bulky, and I will not be bulking it up. So this page here, again, this is another one from the Girls Own paper. These are quite fragile, these papers. As you can see, I've repaired a tear here. So this is just a tip-in, and underneath you can write here, and I've just used a washi sticker for decoration. Again, this is some avocado dyed paper. This, I'm not sure if this is from that kit. If you need to know which kit they're from, I think it is. If you need to know and you can't find it, you only have to ask. Another little Petit paper strip there. Some lovely old, very lightweight paper with pink lines. Some vintage but not antique wallpaper, and it is like a vinyl-y one, but it's super, super pretty. And it's got a lovely texture on the back. Some 1933 ledger, and again in the center is the Girls Own paper. Now again, these are quite fragile, so I have doubled them and also reinforced them with tape just to make them that little bit stronger. This opens out, so there is a little pocket here if someone wanted to put something in, or it could be torn here and opened out for more writing. This is just a short little page, the other side of that pink lined paper. And this is some avocado dyed paper. This is from the kit. And that's the end of that signature. This is just a beautiful image from the kit, and I have done nothing with that because it's stunning. And then on the back I've printed this, and I think this is maybe from Junk Journal Basics, I'm not sure, but it's a lovely plain page for writing on. Petit paper strips down there. Another washi sticker and washi tape for strengthening, and some avocado dyed paper. This is from a beautiful rose book that I have, and it's a lovely heavy matte paper with a little bit of stenciling, very light. Some tea-dyed music manuscript paper and an old ledger from, it's the Miners Accidents Relief Fund, and this is, I bought this in Melbourne many years ago. This is again the Girls Own paper, and I've reinforced this with some very lightweight paper and some tape here, and it's a beautiful image in the center. I'm really hoping that the lighting isn't going to be a huge problem, and when I edit it we will soon see. If so, I will have to refilm this, and it'll just have to go up late. So this is from the kit, this lovely image. It's like a little advertising piece, I suppose, and I've just attached that to this doily, which is tipped in, and under here is a vintage piece of note paper, so it's like kind of double paper. So I've glued that one down, and that one just sits on top like that, and you can see the number 73, which I love. And yeah, there's the other side of that beautiful rose image, and some more avocado dyed paper, something from that little diary, and then the other side of that beautiful image from the kit. Some more avocado dyed paper. This is really lovely heavyweight paper, and I've used a washi sticker to decorate that. Some more of the wallpaper. This is out of a book that I owned, but I think I've pretty much used it all, and yep, I just put that there. This piece is out of one of these books, so from 1832, and it's a really lovely light, almost rag paper, I think, and I've just put that over there to cut, you know, over the top of this beautiful image from the kit. And this is from the kit as well, and I've just put that down with a little bit of cheesecloth behind for some texture. I've tried not to, as I said, make it too bulky. And then it folds over the top of the page, and this image is also from the kit. I've actually just stuck that up in there to stop it from, it was to stop it from gluing down. I haven't backed this with anything. It's printed on the back, but I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to be doing with that, but that goes there for now. Some beautiful braille paper, and if you squish this with your the bone folder, it squishes down those dots and it makes it easier to write on. I haven't done anything with this piece of beautiful Italian rag paper. It's beautiful and strong and feels lovely, and you can feel the indent of the printing on here. This is another one of those images from that same book with the beautiful heavy matte paper with the lovely patina, little bit of stenciling. This is a fussy cut. Now this did not want to stick to this old paper, so I will have to go through and just double check that it has taken. It didn't want to stick to this rag paper, and I haven't torn this piece off. I've just folded it over. It could be torn off or whatever, but I didn't want it hanging out the edge of the book. This is another piece of brow paper, and it's all folded and can be torn or used as a tuck spot. Same as here. And that's the other side of that and the book page. The other side of the wallpaper and the avocado dyed paper. That opens out, and this is from the kit. It's just a beautiful illustration. I love it, so I wanted to include that. This is a copy of some very old wallpaper that I own, and I have copied that. Some more of the old miners accident fund ledger, and this picture here I've just stuck on. It's from the kit, and I've left that folded up. Again, it could be torn down here and folded or taken out completely, but it is like there's a big space in there. Another image from a book, lovely cottage, and this is again is a rag paper document. I think, yeah, the rag paper document was a double A4, and I tore it and turned it into 2 pages. This is from the kit, and this is from tea stained lace papers, and this is a fussy cut from one of her kits, but I don't know offhand which. It was in my fussy cut book, so I'm not sure which one it is. I've stamped a rose on this page, and again this is from the Girls Own paper, and I've just edged that with some of that beautiful Amity Bloom washi tape, and the paper that I've reinforced it with I've folded back and just made it just even stronger because I just want it to last. This opens out, and this is a music book cover, and so here's the other side of all those pages in that signature, so the book, and another washi sticker here on this piece of ledger, some stenciling, and then the other side of that beautiful wallpaper that I own, that is a copy of it, and again an image from the kit at the back. Now I think I'm going to be doing something here just to zhuzh that up a little bit, but obviously nothing bulky. So that's that one nearly done. So the other ones which are still to be done, and I will do them this week, and we'll do another video at the end of the week with the finished items. This one is using the kit, primarily using the kit Boho Butterfly, and again it's full of pinks and the kit, and just a mixture of papers that can be written on, and again this will be added to. Some lovely book page, some doily, some of the pink brow paper. So yeah, they are primarily very pink. These kits were very pink, and again I've used the pages from the Girls Own paper, which I have in a container, and I look at them every time I make a journal, and then I don't use them. So today, or this time with this project, I decided I wanted to use them. Again, another wallpaper that I own a copy of it, and the Girls Own paper again. And yeah, so this is them. They all have 100 odd pages for writing on. I mean, obviously not all of the pages you are able to write on, because I wanted it to be somewhat decorative and pretty. So yeah, there's a mix, and yeah, very floral, very pretty, very pink. And so that's that one. So that's the Boho Butterfly one. that beautiful image there at the end. So that's the one I'll be working on. And then this one here is Camilla and Chickadee. Again, beautiful pinks, some avocado dyed paper, book pages, ledger, some pink photocopy paper, and again the girls' own images in the center spreads, which I love. I'm so glad I did that. And again, like I said, they've all been reinforced, and yeah, from more images from that beautiful rose book I own. So yeah, these are my writing journals, and I'm so pleased to get these covers that have been sitting in that drawer waiting to be finished, done. So these will all be done at the end of the week, and I'll be really pleased to have them finished. Again, that's from a wallpaper, one of her wallpaper kits. And the girls' own again. I just love these beautiful black and white sketches or line drawings, whatever they're called. Yeah, so that is them. More to come. So yeah, I will get these done over this next few days, and I will come back and do the full flip through of these journals, and I think I'll just pop them in my shop. I've got some braille paper that needs to go in my shop, and yeah, some library cards and things like that, library catalogue cards. So yeah, I'll probably do a shop restock. So there we go. There are the 3 journals, and that is my Ruby and Pearl design team for this month. I hope you like them. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope the lighting is not too disastrous, and I'll see you again soon. Well, I'll see you at the end of the week. Bye.